Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. I'm Sarah.
David Prescott.
And welcome to 1213 Prescott Way.
Hey. Hey, you like that, B? Hey. Ready? Hey, you. You want something to do? We got something to say. Try 1213 Prescott Way. Woo! How about that? So what are we having, baby?
We have shrimp, we have fried shrimp, we have fried fish, catfish, we have corn on the cob, coleslaw, baked beans, garlic bread, and that's it.
So you mean I have? Okay, thank you.
And we can get started.
Let's
Hungry.
do this here. Let the beans in this, huh?
Hungry.
These are our potatoes.
Hmm?
So these are our potatoes.
You guys, today is Monday. It seems like time is going by pretty fast. We just, did you have a show? Seems like every time we talk to you, David had a show.
Well, we had a show Friday night and Saturday night. Motown at the Hot Hits Theater. Show starts at like 7:30, and it's not a real big place, but it's really, really nice, very comfortable. And shows from like 7:30 to 9:30. We do a little bit overtime, have some fun, and
Very nice fun.
yeah, a lot of tourists. Tourists aren't in town yet, but it is growing bigger and bigger. But we still had a nice crowd. Some places are still closed. Haven't even opened yet.
But the Dick Clark Theater is still open.
I'm not even sure. I gotta find out. I think it's open on the March the 1st. That's what I was told, but we may have changed it. Oh, what's in my vessel? Hey, I can do this here.
Your first bite. Delicious, right? I got the wrong ones. I thought this was the coconut butterfly shrimp. That's the regular one. Still good.
Good coleslaw too. Good coleslaw. Almost tastes something like Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's not dry, you know. I don't like dry coleslaw. Yummy, yummy, yummy for your tummy. Okay.
I have to get some food in my stomach
tummy.
before I get started. I don't have a topic.
The topic is enjoying all this good food at this moment.
Garlic bread's delicious.
Perfect. Came out perfect.
Second time around. I forgot the first batch in the oven. Nice and tender. Tried the catfish. Mm.
For those of you who like cowboy movies, there's a movie that I must have watched about 8 times already. I almost know the words what they're going to say before they even say them. It's called Gunfighter's Moon.
Mm. Mm.
Like I'm cutting steak. Didn't the gentleman say that best tender steak in
Branson.
Branson is at
Downtown.
Capone's? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Probably remembered.
Well, remember we said Al Capone. That's how I remember it, really.
Mm-hmm. I still didn't remember. Mm.
I went to Madison High School in Rochester, New York. And, but before we got there, got in 7th grade, they used to have this thing called Fun Night at Madison High School. And groups would be there singing, and they'd have games you play, and it was the most greatest time back then. Called Fun Night at Madison High School. And all those thoughts are gone now. No, not the thoughts. Those happenings. Kids don't see them really playing hopscotch anymore or hula hoop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All at once, you can sit next to each other, talking to each other on the phone.
Kick balls.
Mm-hmm. Don't think.
That's what you couldn't wait for in summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Be outside till when the sun comes up, till the sun goes down. Midnight. Playing football, tag.
Mm-hmm. A great friend of mine named Timothy Dickerson. His brothers, Charlie, and all the kids in the neighborhood. Many of the guys, there were buildings, tall buildings in the back of the street that was in the back of our houses. And we'd climb on top of the buildings. And we'd from jumping from a building to the next one. And this went on many, I would say, I can't say many years, but maybe a couple years. Then one evening, we're on top of the building, the same buildings we've got ourselves conditioned to, where, where to jump at, you jump. It's nighttime this time. There must have been about maybe 9 of us. And we were jumping. Then all of a sudden we was getting ready to jump again, and every one of us stopped at the same time. No one told us to stop. We stopped at the same time, and we looked over. Before you could jump over, now the space was 2 times as much. And we stopped and looked at each other because we was about to jump off the building. We never went on top of the buildings again. Never again.
Have you ever? Oh yeah, you hurt yourself. Your wrist, right?
Oh, two times.
I also ask you, have you ever gotten stitches or anything? Did you get stitches in it?
This one here, I didn't. I probably would have had, but I didn't. And I woke up the next morning and showed my mother, and she called me every name in the book for being a knucklehead, for not, telling her about it or going to the doctor. But this one, it's crazy. Let me tell you the story. I was 12 years old, My brother Stevie was 13, and Larry was about to turn 13. We was playing the hunter. I was a hunter, and I had my dogs, Duke and Rex, on a chain, and chasing Larry and Stevie out of one building. They go down the street, the building next door, go up the steps, down the steps, way down to the steps, out the bottom basement, and there was this door that had a spring on it and it would close real fast, but the glass was broken, so we kind of paid attention to it. This went on about 15 times. I'm getting closer and closer. I almost had him this time, like rah, 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 and that door slammed. And this time I forgot about the glass and it slammed on my wrist.
Mm.
And boy, let me tell you something. I had to learn to use this hand all over again. I still feel a little
Really?
tingle in them, and even through here. But I had to get a ball, warm water, and just keep exercising because when they cut that tendon, your hand is like this here.
Right.
Now you got to stretch that one, and then you got to start working your fingers, but it's bad. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm trying to remember the first time I got stitches 3 times.
Really?
The first time was when I think we lived in Kansas, and my sister was like, let's go I want you to come with me to my friend's house. I guess she met her in school.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're running on the sidewalk, skipping and hopping. And this boy, he was on his bicycle, and he went riding past us, and he knocked me down. And the spoke pedals, it went like that into my knee. So now I'm hopping. I guess we hopped home because I was real young, so I have like a shallow memory of it. And then the second time, you're welcome. I remember that because I was 6 years old, and we lived in South Carolina then, and my mom she always told us not to go outside when she's not home. So, of course,
yeah, right.
I go outside because this boy, he was out there, and we're playing. He's chasing me, and I'm running, and then I fell.
Oh my goodness.
And I looked, and you could see the meat in my knee and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And so since we weren't supposed to be outside, I went home, got up under the covers, pretended nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom came, and she was coming to kiss us goodnight and all that stuff. And then I don't know why she pulled the covers down, and she was like, "What?" Because she took me to the hospital, and then I got 3 stitches in that knee. And then I went to my and then my brother pushed me into the wall. Remember I told you? And that's when the walls were, the corners were sharp like that, actually, like the walls here. And I hit the corner. He pushed me. He didn't mean to make me hit the wall, but he pushed me, and my forehead hit the wall. Mm-hmm. And I had to have 8 stitches in my forehead. That all happened.
And you don't see the scar.
I know they did a great job.
What?
It took that was like 3 different times within 4 years.
Well,
that I had both knees and my forehead, but I never broke any bones.
You're lucky you didn't get poked in that on your 3rd eye.
That I know, it was above it.
Oh.
It was protected.
Otherwise,
I wouldn't be able to see the future.
All right.
I never broke any bones or anything. Have you?
Mm.
You have to think about it.
Mm.
I'm full already.
Fracture.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the same thing?
My toe, no.
Mm.
Broken is like fractured.
Cracked.
Like cracked. Man, but the pain.
What was it? Your foot?
My toe. But the pain, all up here, look, it hurt all
really?
All that connection.
How'd you do it?
This guy dropped furniture on my toe.
Oh, really? That sounds like Pam.
We were packing a truck, and
Pam dropped she was moving into her house. I remember she dropped a table or something on her foot.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man.
It's no joke. Well,
I think I cracked my behind. My what do you call it? Back here.
Tailbone.
Yes, I was 9 years old, and I wanted some cereal, and it was on the top shelf. So I climbed up on the, in the closet in the pantry, and I got the cereal. But as I was coming down, I don't know who took out one of the oven racks, but it was up against the door, and I stepped on the oven rack, so it made my legs spread apart like this, and I landed right on my butt. And the sad part is I didn't even tell anyone. I didn't tell my parents. I had a habit of that, almost dying or something. Never say anything. I didn't, like when I was walking out, like why didn't they notice how I was
Where you're walking?
Because I was walking.
They said, she's just crazy.
I was walking like that for at least a few weeks.
What?
You know what I mean? Because I'm serious. I thought I broke something. I was like walking on.
You thought that was a new style.
And another time I was 12 or 13. It was 4th of July. Remember I told you? and then I was the only one outside in the driveway, right in front of the garage. And I had a bright idea to roll up a newspaper and pretend it was a cigarette.
Oh, yeah.
And I lit the end of it. Boy, when I inhaled that thing, all that smoke and all that shit went down my throat. I just laid, fell back on the concrete, and I was laying there, and now no one was around.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
something into your lungs or something.
I did all kind of stuff, and nobody knew.
Speaking about tailbones.
You ate one?
Speaking about tailbones. So, I think it was 2020. I had lost a lot of weight.
19.
It was 19.
Mm-hmm.
And body was real small. Still had, my face was a little small, but I still had a big head. and it was like, the only thing that was seemed like that was left in my body was a tailbone, So, I'd be sitting down sometime, and my baby would come up and just, I'd be spinning around in a circle on my tailbone. I told a few of my friends like that. They were like, "What?" I was just really just kidding. It was just, it wasn't a joke, but I was that small. And my baby said, "Listen, you're going to the hospital today because you're not gonna be laying in bed and wake up and just your head just laid there."
I did say that, and I was serious as hell. Because, him losing weight.
I thought it was because of my father, because my dad, he's just eat, and lose weight. So I thought I had his metabolism, but it wasn't that.
That's another story,
Mm-hmm.
we can tell you about that.
Yeah, the whole story.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, to see...
Because as you can see, I'm not sitting on no tailbone.
He's sitting on a lot of meat now. Buffalo booty.
Come on, make my nose run.
So we want to thank you guys for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, do that. That'd be so nice.
Yes, we love the support so we can we're trying to reach 500 subscribers. So we like for you guys to share this video with your friends and family, and give us some recommendations on topics if you'd like to hear us discuss something. Just let us know and we will talk about it. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night.
I wish I were here to share some of this food with you.
I know, I'm so full. I didn't think I'd get full so fast, but I guess that's what happens when I just had cereal earlier.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Because I knew I was going to eat, but I didn't think I'd not eat that, I didn't eat that much.
Well, I saved some room, so I'm feeling pretty good.
But he's still eating.
And I saved some room for you. With a fruit little moon.
I know what you mean. But good night, everyone.
Peace.
See ya.
See ya. Mm.